So when I was about 7, I was diagnosed first with Raynaud's disease. It was from a friend. She noticed my hands turning purple in gym class, and I came home and told my mom about that, and we went to the doctor. They figured that out, but I was still having trouble in other areas, like running, and even my skin was starting to get a little bit tighter. We noticed all of those, and it wasn't until I was about 11 that one new doctor came in and had heard about scleroderma, and I was diagnosed then. Being so little, I didn't really know anything about it, and I had been seeing a lot of doctors around that time trying to figure out what all of this was, because they knew it was more than Raynaud's, but they didn't know what it was exactly. So I kind of just myself tuned it out, and it was all on my mom and my dad. Mainly my mom. So she's been through more of like the emotion than I have.
They didn't know a lot about it then. I remember wondering, what it was going to be like and what we were going to have to deal with, and being scared and crying. And as a mom, you don't want anything to be wrong with your child. So that was really, I was kind of like in shock for a while. But then we just decided that we were going to, the doctor was wonderful, and then we got a second opinion. We ended up in Georgetown with a doctor. And we just, it was like basically the doctor said it's more quality of life and not to worry about the quantity. And so we just thought, well, it's who she is and it's part of her life, and we're just going to deal with it that way. And so we were at Strong and going through all of that, and one of the social workers asked us if we were involved with Compassion, and we didn't know anything about it.
Well, my favorite part was the massage therapy that they put me with. That helped a lot, because with scleroderma, my skin and my joints get very stiff.
For me, it was the counseling piece. I hadn't really received any counseling, and I went and I continue to see the counselor even now, and that really, really helped. And it was also, my son received some counseling, and that helped him too.
Well, it's definitely been a huge support system for us. Especially like with my family, I felt more of the burden has been on them, but for me, it kind of took a lot off of my shoulders, knowing that they were getting help too. That was the biggest part for me, because I don't ever want to be a burden on my family, and having them have support elsewhere too, that was really great.
Actually, I wish we had found out sooner, because the counseling part and just having the support there, and having Carmen come to the house just to talk through certain things, and then she brought along the nurse before we went to Chicago for the stem cell, who could talk us through what to expect and certain things. It's a huge support system, even being at work and getting an email from Carmen, just checking in to see how Gabby's doing, and when are you getting ready to go to Chicago, knowing that there's somebody out there that actually cares about what's going on.
She was just a ray of sunshine when she comes in, and she's always so positive and uplifting. And
I found that CompassionNet and Carmen would put herself in our shoes and our experience, kind of, and look at it from that aspect rather than just the medical aspect. Looked at her as a whole person rather than just the disease.